Boom. All right, let's see if we're getting a connection here. See, ooh, something's happening. Something's happening. Okay. I think we're live here, team. I'm gonna give it just a minute. Looks like we have an excellent connection. I'm gonna go get my headphones. I'll be right back, and then we'll get started. Waiting for some people to show up, populate that chat a little bit, and we will get going. All right, I will be right back, and then we're gonna rock and roll, team. Right, everybody. I'm a dum and forgot my headphones. I don't think we have live streamed in probably about a year or so, because YouTube, we used to do it more, but YouTube just kept punishing us for live streaming. They just kept whipping us out of the algorithm. They're like, I don't want to swear because I don't want to get demonetized too much, but they were like, screw you, see you later, we're not, you don't get views, you're only as good as your last video. So if we did a live stream that wasn't very popular, well then, our regular videos didn't do so well. So we kind of abandoned live streaming for a while, unfortunately. Yeah. So what we have today is a collection of promos, Japanese promos, trailers, interviews, that kind of stuff. So you've probably watched some of the MPEG special or VHS dumps that we've done, and especially with the MPEG special, there's a whole bunch of video game content. But I'll release the discs, but I won't necessarily showcase all of it on YouTube, because not all of it is Mario 64 or Zelda 64 or something like that. Some of it is, some of it isn't, a lot of it isn't, but there's all this other treasure trove of Japanese content that really wouldn't work for an average video, because unfortunately in general, our content is so Nintendo focused, especially in that era, that if we drop anything else, it just kind of gets obliterated by the algorithm. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to just go ahead and showcase some of that stuff for you guys today. This first one is actually a Grandia trailer, and I didn't release this one just because, if I release a VHS rip, I want it to be the best possible quality, and this VHS tape was kind of damaged. So there was some static, and it's really not the best quality, but I didn't want it to go completely unseen, but I also don't want to be like, hey, we're Hard4Games, we have these amazing VHS rips, here's one from a damaged tape. So unfortunately, it is what it is, but I figured we would go ahead and showcase it anyways. And let me get that live chat back here. There we go. Let me know how all the levels are doing. Each one of these videos has a different audio level. So if you want anything bumped, I can bump it. Nothing's been equalized between the different videos, so I may have to play a little bit of do a little mixing between here. There we go. Grandia, beautiful game. If you haven't played it, there's a remaster on Switch. Oh, so good. So good. Grandia 2 is also good, but I think the story is kind of weak in Grandia 2. It's a little bit of that very 90s Japanese RPG trope of what if the power of love saved us? The power of friendship. And it's just okay. But Grandia 1 is really more about just a group of youngsters going on a quest, and it gets out of hand, and they kind of grow together. Whereas Grandia 2 is more about these really themes that they really like hammer into your brain that But the combat's great, the exploration's great, the game, you know, everything's very good in Grandia too. I just don't like the story as much. Love your vids, and you guys have helped me through a lot. Thank you so much, says Bubba0227. Well, thank you for watching. This one is on my list regardless of story. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. Hello, I'm excited to see what you got today, says Jeff Indigo. Hopefully I have enough stuff. I got like compiled like I don't know, 10 or 15 videos, but some of them were kind of short, some of them were kind of long. So, push comes to shove, we'll just replay them. Because I know people cycle in and out of, you know, the chat and actually watching it and stuff. So, what do you think of the Star Fox animations? What do you think of Star Fox Animations film by Illumination? I don't know if I've seen that. Maybe. I can't remember. Was that released recently, or is that like a something from a while ago? I think it's pronounced Hajime? Hajime Company? Hi, Tony. Hi, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Did you do any pranking on April 1st? No, I didn't do any pranking. I did release a joke video on, like, the 2nd. That some people didn't appreciate. But I was planning on releasing that regardless of the date. But yeah, you can see how, like, this tape... It's not... Now, granted, when I release stuff on YouTube, I run it through, like, a cleaning program, so it denoises it a bit, it sharpens it a little bit, and then I messed with the color and brightness and contrast in Premiere Pro. So this is just the rip, right? So, like, it doesn't have any of those additional bells and whistles that I'll try to clean up from the original recording. But even still, you can tell that, like, there was a little, kind of some moments of static at the beginning. It was a little bit muddy. So it's a little muddy looking. So I think that, like, unfortunately, like, this tape just wasn't the best quality. The individual that sent it over to me, like, there were, like, probably 10 or 15 tapes, and 4 of them I could get something from, and then I put the next one in, and it, like, gunked up my VCR, and I was like, what is going on? I pulled it out, and I had to, like, clean the heads over and over and over again. I looked at the other tapes, and they all had, like, debris. Some of them had mold. So there were a lot of tapes that were lost. Nothing, like, crazy important. Not stuff that you guys would, like, kill to see necessarily, but stuff I still would have liked to preserve. Now, this tape wasn't moldy, but it definitely just wasn't, like, in the best condition, hence it being kind of muddy. But like I said, I still wanted to do something with it and kind of showcase it. I don't know if there are other rips out there. Yeah, you can see there, like, the little tracking. Like, it's just the quality of the tape is not pronounced like Hajime, like begin, like start. The all-knowing sauce. I remember when your channel briefly was named something else, then it turned back into H4G. I forgot the name. But it was some sort of Mandela effect, or was it some sort of Mandela effect, or was it real? Sid says hello. Yeah. So for a while, we were advised to not go by the name Hard4Games because people were not partnering with us. We couldn't get, like, sponsorships. The big thing back in the day, like, could you get on Screw Attack? Could you be partnered with, you know, Channel Awesome? Like, blah, blah, blah. And it was advised that because our name was so, you know, a dick joke, that we weren't getting these partnerships. So we should go by H4G Game Reviews. So we never really changed the name of the channel. Like, the handle never changed, but we kind of changed in a lot of the titles. H4G Game Reviews, or called it H4G. So it was still always, like, Hard4Games, or like an abbreviation of Hard4Games. But for a while, we kind of, like 4 or 5 months, 6 months maybe, back in like 2014 or something, maybe earlier, maybe 2012. We went by more like H4G game reviews. But you guys, as a team, and rightfully so, rioted and loathed the fact that we changed it, and so we eventually just completely abandoned that. Yeah, also my team hated that I took that advice as well. Let's see. Yeah, so rightfully so, everyone hated it. But I was trying to figure out why, you know, we weren't going anywhere. Like, we were producing all this content, but it was just nobody was watching. So, excuse me, at the time I was really willing to take any advice that seemed reasonable. So for a while we went with H4G game reviews. Long story short. Bump this one. This one is from one of the MPEG special magazines. The all-knowing Saw says, okay, I'm not crazy, thank God. Lol, I remember the profile picture was like a PlayStation controller or something. Yes, that's exactly correct. Yeah, so we desexualized it. It was no longer a joystick. Oh, this is this is Rev Limit. This is some of the footage I think we released, but this was an unreleased N64 game. But yeah, so we changed it to like a PlayStation type controller, called it H4G. Everyone hated it. Yeah, and here we are today. I was too young to realize it was a dick joke. I'm a little embarrassed to admit it, but whatever. I'm 22 now. Yeah, you know, I was like, we were like 24, 25 when we created, probably 23, 24 when we created Hard4Games. And, you know, my team and I were like, let's think of ideas. We came to the table like nobody had ideas. So I had a bunch of them. One of them was Hard4Games, and everyone's like, oh, okay. But like in retrospect, like would we have named ourselves Hard4Games? Like, I don't know. Like, probably not the best choice, but it's also a very memorable name, but I think it hurt us in the beginning especially. Now it's like one of those things where it's almost like almost like an Ozzy Osbourne effect, where it's like, back in the day, Ozzy's like, oh man, it's like, ooh, dark, like, ooh, heavy metal. But now it's like, oh, Ozzy, like, oh, family friendly. You know, like, you're so used to something that you become desensitized to it. I think that's sort of happened with Hard4Games. Yay, old games! Oh yeah, that statue of Wario was wacky. Kirby's Air Ride wasn't released, was retooled, released for the GameCube, and now we're getting a sequel for the first time since like 2001 or 2 or whatever, for Switch, or Switch 2, which is wild. Low key, I have a crush on Wario. Oh girl, yes you do. Same for me as well. Beta Zelda content is the best. Yeah, this has some beta Zelda content on it. This is some beta Star Fox content. You can see the HUDs different and everything. There's nothing, you know, the Zelda stuff's not going to be anything you haven't seen, probably. Pretty typical stuff. You know, it's interesting, this coming from a CD and being an MPEG format versus like a VHS. Like, in some ways the VHS is better quality, but in other ways the CD is better quality. Like in terms of different, it almost has like a different type of grain to it. It's kind of good and bad in some instances. You can tell the frame rate is more stable. Yeah, the frame rate is definitely more stable because they're taking a video that was given to them by Nintendo and like compressing it, right? Versus like tossing it on a VHS and that gets degraded over time and this and that. But the resolution of the VHS is higher than this. But it's a little bit wonkier in terms of that frame rate and stuff. So yeah, there's pluses and minuses. It's kind of nice to have both. I wish there was almost like a way to like combine the two. But I don't even know exactly where I would start with that. No, I do know where I'd start with that. I just don't think it would. Come to think of it. Super Mario Kart R, back before it was Mario Kart 64. That beta goodness. Where are my beta boys at? My goodness. Ooh, 20. Got my first Summer Kart 64 today. I love that thing. I haven't played it in a minute because I'm waiting for my analog 3D, which I'm really hoping is available. I think it will be. But it's just like, it makes it so convenient to play N64, but at the same time, like when I don't have my OSSC out and my RGB cables and this and that, I just kind of don't want to deal with it. So I'm really looking forward to that analog. But then they pushed it by like 5 months. It's like, God damn it. Let me know how the levels are, by the way. I just dropped the gameplay footage a little bit. I realized it was a little bit hot, and I'm kind of talking over it, so trying to keep an eye on that while still being chit-chatty with you guys. Maybe I'll move this mic a little closer so I'm a little up and get this audio an okay-ish level. Okay, so Calcity the Lion. I got a bunch of content from VHS tapes and CDs and DVDs that I've dumped. Some of it I haven't released, just like I've released it, like the files, but I haven't shown it on the YouTube channel just because, you know, we tend to get the most views with like Zelda and like Mario and that kind of stuff, and there isn't as like much interest in other content. But I still wanted to show it off because it's like there's all this like huge plethora of content that I think is worthwhile and like interesting to see. It's just that it doesn't necessarily make for like a good standalone YouTube video. Oh, so this is the first and only footage of Q-on Pa for the N64 that was ever found. And like there was nothing for it online. We released this, I think, in like a short or something like that. First ever footage from this video, or from this video game. It probably got like 2 views. But alas. Yeah, so like, you know, we end up finding the first known bit of footage from this game, and I mean that's it. It's super fast. Excuse me. Yeah, we don't want things lost to time. It's true. Oh, John's here. Hello, John. John, I made Sydney a moderator to help you out a little bit today. Well, there she is. She says that she has a secret crush on Wario, although I don't want to cause any friction. I know you're a Waluigi man yourself, so... Oh yeah, Will's DVD Drive. Hey John, I enjoyed talking on the Discord. We used to have a, well, just as of a week ago, a Patreon-only Discord, and now we opened it up to the public. And we still have some Patreon-only channels in there that only patrons can see, but now everybody can jump in and jump into the Discord. We should have done it years ago, but alas, finally did it. And if you guys want to join, there should be a Linktree link in the description. Or at least for our normal videos there should be for this one as well. You can join our Discord if you'd like. Oh, John will link it. Thank you, sir. I'm going to turn this volume down just a tiny bit. I'm sorry, guys. Just 'cause Nintendo tends to be kind of fussy with some of their cutscene music sometimes. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Indeed, Sid. Indeed. Wow, I'm, a little disappointed in all of you today. Normally, one of the first things I get asked is what I'm drinking. Not a one of you. Not a one of you even bothered. Don't even care about me. You're just here for the gameplay, and I'm talking over it. Oh my god. This is the worst day of my life. Oh, you did? Oh, okay. I am drinking a ginger beer and bourbon. And then, because I didn't want to have to get up, I also prepped a bourbon and Coke Zero as well. So, by the end of this, I will be more than ready to pee, essentially. Yeah, you guys might have heard of this game. Smash Bros. Melee. Apparently anyone who plays it gets horribly addicted to it and refuses to accept that any other Smash Brothers could possibly be good. That's at least what I hear anyways. Yeah, it was solid. That's the Smash that my kids play. We got 62 concurrent viewers. Not bad. We gotta get those numbers up, though, boys and girls. Get them numbers up. John, would you drop a link on Twitter/X that we are live, sir? Blink 3 times if you heard that one. Glory of the Pikmin. God, this beta Pikmin footage is making me nostalgic. It says Brody Goldman. Blink, blink, blink. No, John has to blink 3 times if he heard the sweet command. Request, I should say. Here's when it still had the subtitle Dinosaur Planet. Oh, John, if you could put a link to this on Twitter, that would be amazing. And say that we're live. Pikmin are so precious. They are precious. But not more precious than Waluigi. Yeah, you know, after playing the dumped version of Dinosaur Planet, which apparently is now more or less compiled into an actual game, you can play start to finish. I don't think I am wrong. The story of Dinosaur Planet makes so much more sense than the story of Star Fox Adventures. It's like the same kind of scenario almost, ish, kind of, and the same like areas and the same things you do in each area. But the reason why you're doing it makes so much more sense in Dinosaur Planet, and it's still a gorgeous game. I mean, Star Fox Adventures is a gorgeous game as well. But Dinosaur Planet for the N64, oh my god, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Give me a heart in the chat that's yellow if you're a Wario boy, or a purple heart if you're a Waluigi boy. I must know. Boy or girl, obviously. Looking back at Star Fox Adventures, I feel like it would have made more sense if it was a crossover. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that would have made sense if it, like, kind of... Star Fox entered into that realm of whatever Dinosaur Planet would have been. Thank you, John, for posting that. Metroid Prime. Saberman Stampede. I don't even know what that is, to be honest with you.
3, 2, 1, go.
Has anyone played this Wave Race game? I've always been curious about it. Love the N64 version. I've always heard that this was good, but just not as magical as the N64 one, and it kind of got overlooked. Is anyone familiar with it at all? Also, don't forget, continue to post those hearts. I need the yellows for Wario. I need the purples for Waluigi. We must know who is supreme at the end of the day. I have not as magical indeed, says Jeff Indigo. Yeah. So would you say that it was still good? Or it just, like, it was... just wasn't that sort of blow you away kind of thing? Because I remember, like, the water effects on the N64 was like, oh my god, like, it really felt like you were, like, you know, jet skiing around, right? Oh, crossover promotion. John also streams. Take a look. John's Ashes on Twitch. Definitely a good time. John, I found a new dive bar I want to check out. It's in I believe Maddie H. It's on like John R. near Woodward Heights, just like a block north. You know that dive bar that's shaped like the Ark, like Noah's Ark, like a sea shanty. What is it called? I was talking to Sydney about this the other day. Yeah, so it's like a block and a half south of that. It's called like inning one, inning like first inning, but it's not that. It's something else. It's a sports bar, and there are no windows. It is a small like green building, and it's a nothing building, and it looks like the clientele would be amazing. And I have to go. I must go there. I just want the most garbage dive bar I possibly can go to. That is what I want out of life. I love dive bars. So good. So good. Yes, we should set up a time. Do you have any footage of City of the Dead on PS2? It was never released. Thanks. Not that I'm aware of. I can look through this. Do you know who the developer was? Was it a Japanese developer or a US developer? That might be helpful to find out. But I don't know. There's so much stuff here that like where it's like I don't know, because I more or less focus on Nintendo stuff. So like when there's an unreleased PlayStation game, I may completely overlook it because I didn't even know that it was unreleased. You know, I'm just not as familiar with it. So if you can give me some more info on that, that might be helpful, and I can kind of dick around and look. George Romero. Tony, start a poll for Wario verse. Oh, Salty Dog. Yeah, Salty Dog. But do you remember the one that I talked about? The bar that was like a half block south? I kept saying it was like first inning, but it wasn't. It was like... What is that? Like a... Jeez. I don't even know. How do I start a poll? Engage with your audience. I'll press the plus button. Start a poll. Okay. Hang on. Who is hotter? Wario or Waluigi? Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness. Woo. Ooh. 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 These numbers are going wild already. Oh my gosh. I love this. If you like this kind of stuff, guys, I mean, honestly, there's so much more of this. That's just like, again, like this type of content. Like for a regular video, I think honestly, I feel like the algorithm's not going to favor us. Like it's not going to, like, people aren't going to watch it because the algorithm's just going to hate us for posting something that's not on the N64. But if you like this kind of stuff, like I could do more live streams like this, and I released the discs on our Discord. Discs on Discord. Or at least I've been trying to. And so you can check out some of them there. But yeah, if you like this kind of content, yeah, I can keep moving with this. Especially if we get some more viewers on this. 61! Oh, 64! Good number. John says the algo wants controversy and hates people actually talking about games and enjoying games. Well, that is why we're doing our poll, to get some controversy regarding Waluigi and Wario. If you hear a beautiful symphony in the background, that's because my dryer just finished. It's going to continue singing for the next 3 minutes. Do you think we're ever going to find the extended version of the promotional tape from the Shoshinkai 1995, the one with the Super Mario 64 clip of Luigi spinning in it? It says scraps. Great question. what I've realized is that when you take a look at those videos, there are like hundreds of people with cameras, and most of them like professional cameras. Most of them are press, right? So a lot of times Nintendo would just send out their press kit and like for the event, and you see the same images over and over again. But every now and again, you get something like, again, this sort of content from like, you know, Game Wave or MPEG Special or whatever, and it shows that individual company's content from that event, right? So it's entirely possible that it's out there. I'm also starting to look into, apparently, and I learned about this on our Discord after making it public, like Taiwanese and Hong Kong gaming media might be a good place to look as well, because they were doing a lot of coverage of the Japanese gaming market at the time. So there might be stuff that I haven't even thought of. Starlight Witch Gaming. Hey, Tony and the HG crew. Hello. Oh, I love that name, Starlight Witch Gaming. God, that's a visual. I love that. Sid says, yes, I remember. Don't remember the name, though. She should be looking on a map right now, trying to find the exact name of that bar. Because I need it in my heart, my soul, and my mind. It's probably going to be the worst thing ever, but I want to go so bad to this dive bar. I've been thinking about it night and day. It's so silly. Hey, we're up to 67 concurrent viewers. John, thank you for posting on Twitter/X. Hey, guys, if you like and share this video, we'll get some more viewers and we can do more content like this. Certainly appreciate you being here as well. This is one of the good videos because it's a little bit lengthier. Some of them, especially the ones we do. Okay, so this is okay. I'm gonna interrupt myself. This is a little bit weird. This is a little bit creepy, but it goes into a good place. Okay, just to warn anybody, he's gonna smash her phone and she's gonna get a nice one that has a Sega game on it. It's like, what is it, like Space Channel 5 or something. But it seems weird because he's approaching her in a parking lot. Turn it up a little bit for you guys.
可愛い。
可愛いでしょ。ピンクだし、ピンク好きなんですよ。あ？
But there were all sorts of weird skits like this in these tapes and CDs and DVDs.
じゃあちょっと頑張ってじゃあねバイバイ。いきなり携帯を破壊され全くわけの分かっていない豊口。そして小島が別れ際に渡した手紙には一体何が。なんかの地図のようですが。
She gets like a map. Like I don't. よくわかりませんが、聞き覚えのある一文がこれってもしかして。It's like, it's so bizarre. Like, some of the stuff is so bizarre. Also, like, some of it, which I can't show here, obviously, like, it's very typical in Japanese gaming magazines, stuff that's not Famitsu, you know, that kind of stuff, to have a sort of lewd, not safe for work section. A lot of that content is in, you know, the CDs and DVDs as well, so I can't, like, really release that part of it, like, or like certainly not show it on YouTube. But it's wild. Some of the stuff in these discs are crazy. Bubba 0227, $20. Thank you so much. Thank you for the content. Been following your channel for years. You and friends have gotten me through some tough times. Thank you for all the game preservation. Thank you very much. I appreciate the kind words. That's really nice of you to say. So, it just gets weird because then she sits down and gets like a new phone.
United Game Artists とは水口哲也率いるソフトメーカー。代表作はスペースチャンネル5だ。
チャンネルは
そのまま。
あ、なるほど、ゲーム会社なんですか。私はね、
Also, check out the woman on the right's shirt with like the straps going from like button to button. Like it's just all wild, good stuff. Oh, Kenny Lauderdale is here. Hello, hello, hello.
それが私のものになるのか。
こちらがですね、先ほどお話しした携帯になります。
これですか。
はい
へえ。
中に今うららちゃんが踊ってると思うんですけど、
あ、本当だ。
これがまあ 3D ポリゴンで実際に多分携帯電話の中で初めて動くキャラクターになると思います。
すごい滑らかに動いてますよ、こうやってね。
このまあ 3D ビューアー的な機能だけではなくて、実は
So just to recap for everybody, random guy ran up to her in a parking garage, smashed her phone, gave her a map, and this is where she's at now.
喋る。はい。
他にも通話視聴率といって通話者との相性をランキングで表示し、見事 100% を超えるとうららのコスチュームが増えたりと、まさにうらら尽くしの携帯なのだ。
Kenny asks, have you played Space Channel 5? I actually have not played Space Channel 5. I've done a decent amount of Dreamcast stuff, but unfortunately have not played that one.
いただけるということで、これが私の。
John, have you ever played Space Channel 5? For those of you that don't know, John is our other Hard4Games producer and owner, who often appears in our videos. I'm sure you recognize him from that.
何ですか、その条件とは。
ですね、まあうちの方でちょっといろいろ考えまして、今度はスペースチャンネル5の続編が、プレイステーション2とドリームキャストで発売されるんですが、そこで声優さんとして、登場していただければなと。
私がですか。はい。そんなのもお安いご用ですよ。もう
お安いということで実はタダでお願いするってことなんですけれども。
Yeah, so just just wild stuff. A lot of them have these kind of skits, and there was a Famitsu VHS that we released. We were dumped and released like from years back. Where it was just them dressing up as Mario and like running around playgrounds and stuff. It's like really silly, it's like low production value, but like very silly, fun stuff. All right, John's studying Japanese. He needs to power, quick, speed read all of that. Given the recent info on the Halo DS demo, or the recent info dump on the Halo DS demo, do you think a potential leak of the build is possible? Anything is possible. The thing is that you just never know. You just never know. Like every day is a brand new day and stuff pops up. So it's like, people often are like, "Oh, can you look for this? Can you look for this?" And the answer is, yeah, I mean, I can look for it, but like really what it is just random happenstance of random people finding stuff, and reaching out and making it public or reaching out to other people and what have you. Like, it's just random. So like it could happen, sure. Earthbound 64 could happen. I kind of doubt it, but good. I don't know.
ただより高いものってのはないんですよね。この世の中にはね。
いいことをおっしゃいますね。
ですから楽しみに考えますんで、豊口さんの一番ハマり役。
John says that he misses having an extendable antenna. I'm not sure, John, if that's a metaphor. If something maybe bad happened to you recently that I'm unaware of.
いいよね。大丈夫だよね。信じてていいよね。
一番いい方法を考えます。
Certainly hope not. So at the end of the day, some random creep in a parking lot smashing her phone was all worth the while. Here's the guy, if you're just tuning in.
飛行機が出ちゃうという謎の言葉を残し姿を消したルパン。果たして奴は今どこにいる？そう、手がかりはスペースチャンネル5。
I mean, all this for a Space Channel 5 promo. I mean, isn't that kind of wild? I don't know. I miss the Y2K era of gaming, says Brody. Yeah, me too. It was kind of a weird transitional era. It was kind of like, I mean, almost as big as going from the 16 to 32, 64-bit era in like the mid 90s, you know? Going into the 2000 era was introducing all these new things and these new technologies and, you know, a better way to just like, you know, record random footage like this, you know? I mean, there's good stuff from all eras of gaming. But I think just some of it we're especially nostalgic for. There's this guy again. I'm gonna see what else I got. Oh, here we go. Hang on a second. Oh, no. I actually want to do this. Here we go. Sorry. I thought this would be boring, but then I remembered it actually was not boring. So I was going to skip ahead, and I decided not to. Nick Infante says the seventh generation felt like the last good generation of gaming. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that every generation has something great to offer. I just think that we're like sometimes certain generations had a bit of magic to them. You know, a bit of magic. Maybe it was nostalgia. Maybe it wasn't. I really don't know. Ooh, I finally got a notification for Hard4Games. Apparently they're going live. Come on now. You can load the video. I'll vote for Waluigi. Give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, everybody. Helps us grow. So this part is cool because it's like they do a little shopping spree and it's like all these little gadgets and toys and random things that you might get as a kid going to Toys R Us in this era, right? So it's kind of nostalgic.
キューバードドンキーコングの時代のゲームなんだけどさ、もう今更ドリキャスに移植されちゃったよ。もうやることが違うね。もうこれ手にしたやつはもうもうフロッカーもね、ゲームもしかもカラーで出ることすごいね。よかった。これは便利グッズ。便利？これそうだからほらゲームボーイにね取り付けてねここからライトが出るんだけどね。
Well, here's a good one. We have Sparkle, Sparkle, Sparkle. Qbert on PS1 is worth $4,000 today. Oh my god. Kenny Lauderdale says, poor Frogger didn't even get into Smash Bros. Oh jeez, that is a slight.
楽しそう本当に。なんかすごい強そうだ。強そう。まさにアメリカ土産って感じだね。僕はもうこれ全部一人に送っちゃおうか。あ、まとめて。
All right, team, I'm ending the poll here. We have who is hotter, Wario or Waluigi? Wario at 31%. Wah, as in Waluigi. 69, nice percent. I'm going to end the poll. Give me suggestions as to what to poll next. Now, sometimes in these discs, they kind of run out of space for like the section that they can have a video. So this is actually the next video over, but it's a continuation of the same thing. Well, it was for a second anyways. There's a lot of stuff with like arcade content, especially with Sega. It's just like when EB Games disappeared in a blink of an eye. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Get that audio bump for you guys a little bit. Sorry about that.
6人同時対戦やビル全体を使ったスタンプラリーなどが楽しめ、来場者は大いにソフトを堪能したようです。 セガの人気 3D 格闘ゲーム。
What I'm really looking for a lot now is content from media outlets that went to like the Tokyo Game Show or the Tokyo Toy Show, because the Tokyo Toy Show often shows a lot of video games, and I think a lot of people aren't necessarily looking for footage from outlets or screenshots, not screenshots, but like images and magazines from outlets from the Tokyo Toy Show in relation to retro gaming, but games were presented there. So I think it's one of those things where it's like there might be a few other like unexplored places in terms of the Japanese media.
5月18日、セガプライベートショー2001春という流通関係者向けのイベントが都内で開催されました。
We got, well, it's only 83 concurrent viewers and
当日
74.
は
I don't know which
7月
one
に
is
発売が予定
right,
され
but
て
we
い
are
る
getting
バ
up
ー
there.
チャファイ
Team,
ター
keep
4や
liking the
スパイカーズ
video
バトルなど
and
の話題
share
作
it
が
on
数多く
X,
出展さ
on
れ、
social, on
来場者の
whatever
注
you
目を集めていました。
have. Would certainly be appreciated to get those numbers up. Hoping to get to 100 concurrent viewers. That'd be good.
5月17日から19日までの3日間
Here's E3. You may have heard of it.
アメリカのロサンゼルスで開催されました。次世代ハードや注目のソフトが出展されるとあって、とりわけ注目されている
I'm not getting any new suggestions on polls, guys. What should I poll next? Come on, help me out here a little
取
bit.
材に行ったファミ通64プラスアドバンス編集長水間雄一氏とファミ通 DC 編集長相沢浩二氏のお二方にお話を聞いてみました。
Xbox ももちろん PS2 も私有台たくさん用意されてて、ゲームキューブも私有台用意されて
GBA
るんですけ
versus
ど、
GBA SP.
任天堂ブース
Well,
の
that's kind of unfair because you could say
ゲ
the
ームキ
GBA
ューブの
SP
私
with
有
the
台のところ
backlight
人
because that
が
was
すごくて
badass.
満員電車のようで歩くのもやっとっていう
Obviously
ぐらい
better
人
than
が
the
いて
GBA, even though it was
並んで
less
て
ergonomic
プレイ
for
しよ
your
うと思う
fingers,
と
I
す
feel.
ごい待た
You
さ
ever
れる
get
っていう感
Silk
じ、
Song?
そんぐらい混んでましたね。
日本のデッド・オア・ライブ3、テクノですね。それから
Remakes versus remasters. I feel like it really depends on the game. I could poll it. If you guys want me to poll that one, let me know. Should E3 come back? Ooh, that's a spicy one. It's a very spicy.
やっぱりルイージマンションとピクミン。ピクミンは
I need some more ideas, guys. These are good though. I like this.
そうなシミュレーションかな。
Oh, GBA versus DS. Ooh, this is very spicy, boy.
ポケモンが可愛くなって、死ぬとすごい悲しいし、増えるとすごい
All right, I think I'm gonna do the GBA versus DS. I mean,
楽しめるんで。
we can run a short poll. Poll here. Let's see here. Start a poll.
もやっぱ宮本さんが手掛けたゲームなんですけど、今までのマリオのシリーズよりもちょっと敷居は高いんですよね。操作がちょっと難しくて、慣れるまで30分か1時間ぐらいはちょっと何が何だか分かんない。
All right, team. Let's get polling.
あるんですけど、それで慣れればすごいやっぱり。
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I got already DS 100%. Come on, people. That just means 1 or 2 people voted. Let's do it. Can you do multiple polls at a time? I don't know if you can. No, you can't. I don't think. Yeah, you can only do one at a time. That makes sense. Yeah, so there, I mean, this would be such a treasure trove. I don't speak Japanese is the problem.
っていう、これは歌唱のゲーム、これは、ロボットのシミュレーションゲームみたいなんですけども、多分ロボットを操作するんじゃないかなと思うんですけど、40から50個ぐらいのボタンをですね、専用のコントローラー、大型のなんか専用コントローラーを使って、できるものにしたい。これはもう
Which game wave is this? That is a good
ディノクライスの三上プロデューサーが語ってました。
I'm sorry. Correct answer is DS, because the GBA is included by default. Okay, that's a fair response, but let's think of it in a different way. Let's think about it in terms of the both the hardware but also the software, right? The software, like what are the software? You know, how good is the DS software compared to the GBA software? You know, GBA 2D powerhouse, DS 2D powerhouse, but also, you know, like 3D content as well. But a little bit janky 3D content, but, you know, what are you going to do? Oh, yes, I just got the DS Castlevania collection. Oh, my God. 20. Yeah, that's some good stuff. I haven't played anything other than Malaysia, but I played that on my, like, card. There was a flash card back in the day. So good. It was so good. This makes me nervous whenever a woman is on screen. I did scan all of this for not safe for work stuff. I just want to make sure. Let me skip ahead, just in case. You never know. I did watch all these before, but I'm a little bit afraid. Sometimes there's some not safe for work content. Again, I screen these, but like, if I miss something, I don't want to like have an issue with YouTube. That is too hot for YouTube. Oh yeah, he was really feeling her. Oh, it's closing in, guys. DS is 58%, GBA is 42%. You guys got to get your life together here. Figure out this poll. No, because I skipped ahead, I don't really know what game this is. Everyone knows what game this is. Obviously, one can only Right, John. All games are Joe-Nikki until proven otherwise.
なんとラフィンがドラゴンナイトにクラスチェンジするのだ。しかもステータスも大幅にアップ。これで今後の戦闘がぐっと楽になるぞ。続いてはプラモの見てみよう。プラモのイベントもラフィン同様。
All right. Ooh, it's 50-50. Oh my God, guys, it's 50 or 50 on the poll. You need to get on this right now. We need to know. I'm closing this poll in like 30 seconds, team. You need to figure out what's going on here. GBA is in the lead. Ooh, jeez. Where's my DS boys at? Come on now. Come on now. Oh my goodness. Look at this riveting gameplay. Jeez, it's boring me. Good lord. Is this Fire Emblem? No. I don't know. I've never played a Fire Emblem. Oh, Nagao Kuoto Beta says, don't worry about DS voice. I obliterated that, but to be fair, that was like 30 syllables. So it says DS. You need to get your DS out of your garage, because every night that it spends in there pains me and frustrates me and hurts my soul. I'm sorry. I'm just going to speak my truth right now. Don't worry, my username is Japanese for I ate music. Oh. As one does. As one does. All right, we're closing the poll, team. If you have a vote, you better vote in the next 10 seconds, because we're getting rid of this and we're moving on to another one. I need some fresh poll ideas. I need you all to work that poll. Oh, geez, this is definitely some goon content. Oh, Lord. It's like a, like a little, like, you know, jiggle physics at the end. GBA is winning by just a couple percentage points at 53 to 47. Why are you always late? I don't know. I am not sure. YouTube is is terrible about giving notifications. We'll say that. All right, team, we're ending the poll. We ended the poll. 38 votes, not bad. Not bad. You get those numbers up a little bit, though, team. Little team. Sid says we love Jiggle physics. All right, let's do a poll about Jiggle physics, team. Let's, here we go. Do we like our Jiggle physics subtle or insane? Here we go. How long are you going to stay? How long are you? Who's, I don't know. I'm out of both of my drinks. So that's a huge problem, obviously. But I don't have to pee yet, so that's good. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. We're rocking, we're rolling, we're having a good time. Got to get this back in the YouTube algorithm, though. We dropped from 70 to 60 concurrent viewers. We need some more likes. We need some more comments. We need some shares. All that good stuff. Got a super chat earlier. Appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. I don't even know what to vote for. Oh, subtle. 53. Insane. 40. Oh, this is blowing my mind. Holy moly cannoli. Subtle Jiggle physics versus insane. Oh my god. People. A mocktail. Well, I could do a mocktail. The thing is, I don't want to run. I don't want to go upstairs and get anything because then I have to leave the stream for a minute. But okay, we're closing in. There's something to be said for subtle. It's a little tease. It's respectable. What is this game? I don't know. A lot of these magazines and such have a little like a retro section, and they'll go through a bunch of retro games and they'll play and whatever. But yeah, I don't know what this game is. Maybe if I paid closer attention to what I'm actually streaming, I would know. Or if I read Japanese, I don't know. I do not. I'm sure it's one of those games that got locked in Japan. John Antonio, the real deal. Tetrapixel, subtle because I don't want them jiggle out of control to the point of clipping into the lady's own face, lol. Okay, that's fair enough. I remember Ready to Rumble Boxing. Not the N64 version, but the Dreamcast version. There was a slider. It was either a code you could input, or maybe it was just without a code, I can't remember. But there was a slider for how insane the jiggle physics were. You could adjust them. And they got to the point where they're just like you couldn't play with your parents in the room because they would be like, what is this? Hi, chat, says Tyler Trusty. Yeah, I don't know what a lot of these, what these are on or what. I don't know. I mean, this does look cool, though. If anybody knows, let me know. Oh, Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. Alright, I'm ending the poll. Subtle Jiggle physics. Starting a new poll. Which is better? Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom? This will be very divisive. Insane. Little Caesar's crazy bread is just normal bread to a guy like me. Goodness gracious. Check out this intense music. Very wild. Very crazy. Good stuff. Ooh, Tears of the Kingdom falling behind. I have to vote in this poll as well. It's close, but Breath of the Wild is leading. What game is it? I don't know what game this is. I don't know what half these games are, to be honest with you. Team Ninja. That's probably oh well, this it says right here. Dead or Alive 3. Oh, interesting. Ooh, 65 concurrent viewers. Thank you very much, everybody. Love this game. All right, Breath of the Wild's at 55%. Tears of the Kingdom, 45%. I thought Tears would be a little higher. Honestly, I like Tears better. I just think that the powers are better. I think the lore is a little better. There's more to do, but I loved Breath of the Wild. Ooh, I love Breath of the Wild. I'm not saying it's bad by any stretch. I love it, love it, love it. But Tears of the Kingdom I also really enjoyed. But I could also be biased because, of course, I played Tears of the Kingdom more recently. Yeah, DJ says Tears of the Kingdom may be better, but it couldn't have been made without Breath of the Wild. Sure, certainly that's true. But the consideration is which is better as they currently stand, not necessarily the history of how they were developed. Which, of course, Tears of the Kingdom relies on Breath of the Wild. Back to the Jiggle physics. Here we go. We need some new ideas for the next poll, people. What is going on? We need to know. Oh, 72 concurrent viewers. Thank you very much, everybody. Let's see if we can get a little bit higher. I want to get to at least 80 at some point tonight. Make sure to like the video so YouTube favors us in its algorithm. And if you want to see more content like this on Hard4Games, let me know. Again, we haven't really live streamed in like a year because it kind of screws us. YouTube kind of hates it when we live stream. It really basically is like, oh, you live streamed, let me go ahead and not show anyone your next video that you actually produced that's not a live stream. They want, at least for a while when we were live streaming, they wanted people to be specialists. You either live streamed or you didn't. You didn't do both. If you did, screw you. So really, to make this successful, to continue live streaming, we need your support to do so. And don't forget, we recently made our... Oh my god, sorry, this is very silly text. We had a Patreon-only Discord. We still have some Patreon-only Discord channels, and we do some exclusive content for them and bloopers and stuff. But we have now a public Discord. So if that's something that you're interested in, if you want to chat with us, you're definitely more than welcome to do so on our Discord. There should be a link in the description of the link tree. Playing the YouTube game sounds effing exhausting, says Wiggly Boots. Yes, it is. YouTube is terrible. They keep making decisions that change everything over and over again. Most of them are bad decisions. Some of them have actually been have been good. Some of them, in the last year or two, the decisions they've been making have been overall better and more content creator friendly. But for the X number of years before that, we've been on YouTube for 15 years, so the last 2 years, 3 years have been better, but before that, the 12 years prior, it's just every decision they made it harder for us to do anything. It sucked. Really sucked. Did you see my media on Discord? I got my RTX 5070 Ti. I don't know if I did or not. I'll have to check that out. Seems like they're rocking some sort of like retro game. It's like a Virtua fight, or not Virtua, excuse me, Virtual Cop sort of thing. Like gun shooter. I don't think it's Virtual Cop, but you know what I mean. Yeah, Wiggly Boots, they're rarely for the better. One good thing they did over the last X number of years, you know, they used to just sort of like take your video down if they decided they didn't like it or copyright or this or that. Now when you upload something, you can claim like, oh, does it have swearing, does it have violence, what degree of those things does it have, and submit it in advance. And then if you continue to do the right thing, they trust you more and will just immediately, you know, monetize your video. And they'll do like a check for copyright before it goes live if you want, so that way you know in advance. So that is nice. Like before, it used to be like you would have a video, it would upload, it would go live, and then YouTube would be like, oh yeah, we're not monetizing this. Like you would have no idea. You would not know in advance. John has linked the Hard4Games Discord in the chat if anyone is interested in joining us. It is a good place to be. We have a good community there. Come to think of it, I'm just going to go bounce on there right now. Ooh. John, the chatbot worked. It did post our live. Oh, got some Nintendo stuff. Oh, God, sorry, I'm getting distracted by our Discord here. Ooh, someone's posting a nice collection of stuff. Okay, sorry. All right, I'm getting focused. Sorry about that. Domino's or Pizza Hut should be the next poll. That's a good one. That's a good question. Breath of the Wild is 61%. Tears of the Kingdom 39. Ooh, kind of what I expected. I am a little disappointed, got to admit. Time Crisis was the game. Okay. What is the next poll? We got some pizza related polls. What else should we do here, team? 75 concurrent viewers. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Make sure to like the video. Subscribe if you're new as well. If you want more of this type of content, I'd love to hear about it. Nintendo 64 DD or Sega 32X? Whew. GoldenEye or Twine? Oh, I'm pretty sure everyone's going to say GoldenEye on that one. Alright, we're going to do the Domino's or Pizza Hut because there's multiple people here that want to know. Alright, start a new poll, team. Need some interaction. You know, this is also content that you see right here that's also been released on VHS. But again, as I mentioned earlier, it's really interesting to see the difference between the digital, like, CD, MPEG content and the VHS content. Like, the VHS has a larger resolution, but as mentioned in the chat much earlier, the CD, MPEG content has a much more stable frame rate. So it's interesting to kind of see the difference here. Like, I think the VHS, like, kind of edges it out a little bit because of the resolution, but, like, there's also benefits for the MPEG, the old MPEG footage. And this is, like, MPEG 1, by the way. Oh, Domino's is winning, team. Oh, my goodness. Winning. Domino's stuffed crust. Let's see, how many more videos do we have in the queue? This is good. I thought this wouldn't be long enough, but we actually have a good amount in the queue here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 after this, of varying length, so that's pretty good. Ooh, the cheesy dip from Domino's is some of the best junk food on earth, says Sid. Oh, yes. Yes, she is quite addicted to the cheesy dip. As a matter of fact, it is very true. I've had it. It is a little bit of ambrosia. A little slice of heaven. Singing the Hard4Games theme song in the chat there. Got a Papa John's fan in the chat. 62-38. I don't know if Pizza the Hut's going to recover from this team. Who made that song? It was Richie. Richie made the song. We tried to get back recently. We've had some scheduling issues with him. He was last couple times he was like sick, but I do want to have him back on the show though. Haven't seen him in a while, so it'd be nice to have him back. Cottage Inn is good. Cottage Inn is very Ann Arbor. Very good, very good. Richie is a legend. Such a great tune. He is. I've never played Blastcore, but I mean, I know it has like a cult following. Excuse me. Konami vs. Capcom. Ooh. What is the place with the goat cheese, honey, and pepper flakes pizza? Asks it. That is Hippie's Pizza. I don't know. I don't know if they have any other locations outside of Metro Detroit, but Hippie's Pizza has this pizza with goat cheese, honey drizzled on top, and pepper, red pepper flakes, and it is to die for. Anytime I have people over, a party at my house, whatever, get together, I order a couple normal pizzas, you know, your cheese, your pepperoni, or whatever, and then I'll get like 1 or 2 of those, and then everyone flocks to that. Just devours it, destroys it. Within like a couple minutes, there's none of that left whatsoever. It's to the point where we started putting honey and red pepper on our pizza. Is just that friggin' good. John says the only good gluten-free crust you'll ever find. So it says that's some of the best pizza I've ever had. Yeah, Hippie's is good. It's also expensive though. Like that pie, like the Hippie or the goat cheese, honey, red pepper flake. I think it's like $30 for like a regular size pizza. Yeah, John, there's a lot of Wonder Project J2 content. Like, it was well covered by the Japanese media, almost to the point of absurdity. Like, annoyingly. That, like, I'll get, like, a VHS or one of these, like, you know, discs, and it's like, oh, God. Wonder Project J2 again for the 40th time? I heard there was going to be some N64 content on this, but I didn't realize it was going to be Wonder Project J2 again. No, don't get me wrong. Like, it, you know, wonderful little title, but it's just My God, the media was obsessed with it. Yes, very expensive. It's an occasional treat. Yeah, that pizza, still, yeah, is good. John's Ashes. Yeah, still mad we didn't get it here. Yeah, that's true. Probably just one of those things where there was so much to translate, and it was so niche that they were just kind of like, whatever. Also, probably, with Wonder Project, they were probably like, oh my God, like a 2D game? We can't have that many 2D games on the N64. That would be absurd. Domino's, 62%. Pizza the Hut, 38%. Still really low. I'm going to call it, guys. I mean, this might be it. Domino's. I mean, I don't know if Pizza Hut can recover from that, frankly. All right, team. I need to know, what is the next poll? I got norovirus at Pizza Hut once. Oh. Hot butt is brutal, says John. Oh my God, norovirus is the worst of the worst. It's coming out of both ends. You are dying. Everything is ready to just explode any given time. It's disgusting. It is just a horror show of pain. Sid can talk about norovirus. She's a big norovirus fan. Yeah, you know, I think the Konami vs. Capcom one is pretty good. Now we're talking classic era, by the way, for this. Little Mother 3 for you guys. Little Mother 3, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I wish that version of Air Ride came out as well. Probably was a better game on the GameCube, but I mean, who knows? Who knows? Sega AM2.mpeg. Look at this guy. He wants to be a legend. Nintendo for life. How's it going? It's going very well. Capcom 64%. Konami 36%. Oof, oof, oof.
3次元ものというのを常に取り組んでまして、その時代はスプライトの時代だったんですが、ハングオンですとかアフターバーナーという
For how badass he made himself to be. For how badass he made himself to be. He sure is soft spoken.
必ず最終的なポリゴンというか3次元表現をより追求したいというのがあったんですよ。バーチャファイターの頃から AM にゲームがあるという。
Alright, let's see how this poll's going here, guys. Ooh, Capcom is destroying. Full Windman says, next poll N64 for Saturn. Oh, on this crowd, I mean, we're mostly N64 people. That's our bread and butter of the channel. I think it'll obliterate the Saturn, unfortunately. I mean, there's some good stuff on the Saturn. I love me some Saturn, but PlayStation for Saturn is more fair. Yeah, probably especially with this crowd. Very Nintendo fanboy-y. Hard 64 games. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of that's not that incorrect, to be 100% honest with you. Look at these virtual boys. Virtua boys. Yeah, I mean, Konami has fallen out of grace, but they've had some good remasters, which is nice. But I sort of consider this poll to be more like classic Capcom versus classic Konami. Sonic the Fighters. So I don't know enough about Sonic the Fighters to know if there's like beta footage or whatever. I really don't know. Oh dear. Oh, I thought that was a girl for a second. I was like, oh no, YouTube is gonna hate us. I do like one of these shots here. I can't remember if it's in this video or maybe it's one of the it might be one of the Tekken videos or something, where they're like showing the character model on the PC, and it's just like, you know, chesty. Here it is. He's just staring. He's just like, this is as good as it's gonna get. Zoom in. It's so silly. It's very silly. 74 concurrent viewers. A good poll going. Got a super chat earlier. Thank you everybody for watching and liking the video. Really appreciate you all being here. Guys, I mean, Konami's at 23%. I don't think it's going to recover. We're going to end this poll just as a mercy. As a mercy for Konami. 22% versus 77. Come on. Whew. 31 votes. Come on. Goodness gracious. That was a bloodbath, people. Bloodbath. John versus Tony. I'll just vote John on that one. John's way more creative than I am. Original hardware versus emulation. I think everyone's gonna be original hardware. Honestly, whenever I can, I just do emulation. Just, it's so much easier. Let's see here. What do we got here? We got 2 more videos in the queue here, team. 2 more videos in the queue. It sounded like it just kind of cut itself off. Very strange. Love those glasses, though. Look at that. Beautiful. A little too quiet. I'll bump that a little bit. There we go. Okay, I think those levels are okay. Again, all these videos are from different discs, different VHS tapes, so they're not like leveled between themselves. Oh, what's going on here? There we go. Drive game. ライバルトラックと競争しながらアメリカ大陸を横断する。Beautiful. Sorry, just adjusting some stuff here. あたかも 14000cc のエンジンが回転しているような臨場感を味わってほしい。18-wheeler. Get some fishing in. What's the next poll? I think we got time for 1 or 2 more polls. If you guys can think of anything interesting, let me know. Oh. Papa John's versus Little Caesars. I mean, Little Caesars is kind of your bargain pizza, right? It's kind of... Sega versus Namco. Are we talking arcade or what? Does anyone know what this is? Ooh, Final Fantasy versus Dragon Quest. John Romero versus John Carmack. Oh, it's Nappletail? All right, team. I think we're gonna do Final Fantasy First Dragon Quest. I think that's a spicy boy right there. All right, team. Prepare for battle. I played more Final Fantasy games, but lately I've been playing some Dragon Quest stuff, like the early stuff. Game Boy Color! Wiggly Boot says Little Caesars is sold out of a closet and tastes like giving up on life. It does. Little Caesars is not good pizza. Especially the hot and readies. I mean, they have some stuff that's better quality than that, but like for the most part, it's not great. But it's cheap as dirt, so... Next poll, John with a mustache or not? Ooh, this one is a bloodbath as well. Final Fantasy. Guys, are you forgetting about the new Dragon Quest being so good? Come on now. Oh, this is a canceled game? The airplane one? Or the flying one that was kind of like a cotton? The flying one. Oh, okay. I'll have to look more into that. I'll have to make a note of that. Let's see what we got left here. Okay, I think we got one more after this. Dairy Queen is the superior game series. Did this just play this again, or is this a repeat? Did I accidentally press something? No, I don't think so. I think it's just covering the same game a couple times. Oop. Sorry, some of these discs like interrupt themselves. The cancel flying games from the devs who did Talus Sky Patrol. Oh, okay. Very cool, very cool. Oh, this is starting to kind of be weird a little bit. It's like interrupting itself for like other content. Maybe I'll skip to a different file here. Alright, we'll let this one play out and then go to the next one. This file's being a little bit weird. There we go. This one has a lot of Sharon the Wanderer stuff on it, which is pretty cool. Oh, it's not as much of a bloodbath anymore. Dragon Quest is doing slightly better than it was before, but still, Final Fantasy is well in the lead. Oof. Yeah, Final Fantasy is definitely winning this one, team. Who here has actually played any of the Sharon the Wanderer games? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or not. Let me know. You know, I've seen a lot of content from this era, especially video content that covered this game. So I'm wondering if it was like, I mean, obviously it seemed like more of a big thing in Japan than here, but like there was a lot of press coverage. I also think that there was also not a lot of stuff on the N64 for a while, so they covered the N64 version like quite a bit. Because there just like wasn't a ton of content. It'd be like 20 things for the, you know, you look at a game magazine, there'd be like 20 things for the PlayStation, you know, and there'd be like 1 or 2 things for the N64. And it was just kind of sad, you know. There just wasn't much coming out for it software-wise comparatively. Sometimes Windows Media Player Classic is good for older video files. Yeah. I kind of, like, the thing is like, there was 4 or 5, because these came from a bunch of different sources, like 5 different, like, file types. And, what is it, VLC just is what I'm playing them off of. It just happened to be able to, like, cover all of them relatively well. Yeah, N64 barely had any RPGs. Like, it was so starved. It just killed it. It had some lofty aspirations, a little bit. I mean, there were more that were supposed to come out for it, but not a ton more. And most of them got canceled. It was just so terrible. I would be curious to play this game, though. Has anyone played Ogre Battle for N64? What do they think about it? I would like to know. I love how they zoom in. It's so blurry. It's so bad. That's okay, though. That's fine. All right, I think, you know, Final Fantasy has definitely won this one, guys. 69%. I mean, I don't know. I don't think Dragon Quest can really recover from that one. I think we have time for maybe one more poll. One more poll, maybe. That's about how much steam I have left in me. I got a long day, kiddos. Let me know what poll I should do, if any. If there's something you're itching to know that the chat would like to ponder and battle over, I'd certainly be curious to know. SNES versus N64. Ooh, that's also spicy. It's very, very spicy. Phantasy Star versus Breath of Fire. That's interesting. Dragon Ball versus Sailor Moon. I have a feeling that Sailor Moon's not going to do so well. Android versus iOS. Whew, that is spicy. Alright, we'll do Android versus iOS, team. Alright. Here we go. Let's see what happens, I guess. Android versus Android just automatically in the lead here. You know, I loved Apple computers for a while, especially when I was in college. Phone-wise, I've only ever had Android, though. Probably partially due to price. But I just kind of like the interface a little bit better. 11 votes so far, 82% versus 18. I mean, you're gonna have a bunch of gamers. I can't imagine those gamers are gonna opt for Apple, right? I mean, it's kind of like we're kind of in an echo chamber right here. Like we're not like Apple is not known for or is great for gaming, right? So similarly, although we're not really doing a ton of gaming, most of us on our phones. Similarly, we're gonna gravitate towards Android versus iOS or Apple products. Yeah, I mean, I have some friends that swear by Apple phones. I mean, they love them. Good for them if it works for them. I just, they're kind of pricey and not my preference. But I'm not so diehard that I need to evangelize, against them, against iOS. I don't care enough. Yeah, this is a bloodbath. It's not even close. 13 votes. 85% versus 15%. Come on, people. You knew from the beginning. There's no way iOS would be winning. Yeah, I don't know about that team. Don't know about if that's gonna win. I don't think so. This is a cute little game, though. I love the art style here. iOS is gonna win, guys. I don't know about that. Whew, you're getting beaten. Oh dear. Oh, there we go. Okay, very good, very good. Excuse me, I'm very acid refluxy today. I apologize. Keep clearing my throat. Try not to do it as close to the mic. I'm sure the alcohol doesn't help. I miss BlackBerry. Oh, BlackBerry. I did have a BlackBerry once. It was certainly a phone that I owned. I'm going to end this poll because, good lord. N64 only has 5 good RPGs. Says Full Windman. What are the 5 good RPGs? There's Paper Mario. I mean, like turn-based RPGs? I can't even think of more than one. I mean, what was that? That one, oh, jeez, well, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, even. Never mind. There's Paper Mario. I can think of, oh, there's Ogre Battle, right? So there's 2. I can think of other RPGs, but I can't think of other good, really solid RPGs. Yeah, I don't know. Little Super Famicom sharing going on here. Zool on N64. What? Goodness gracious. How do you get such high quality scans of VHS? So this one isn't from a VHS. It's actually from a video CD, or a CD that had video files on it, I should say. It's not really a video CD. But in terms of the VHS content, I have a VHS that's relatively high quality that outputs directly to HDMI. And then I take that, and I did some experiments, like, okay, which is better? It also does, like, component and composite and S-video and all these things. And the HDMI is by far cleaner. So output via that, and then I have a, like a capture device. And then, so this is, normally what you see here in terms of VHS content was just the raw. But when I put on YouTube, I'll run it through, like, a denoiser, like add a little sharpening and do some other, like, little quality of life, like, tweaks to it before I upload it and kind of clean it up a little bit. So this is just all about Shiren the Wanderer. Like, there's so many games. Street Fighter 2 versus Primal Rage. Oh, that's not even a competition. Come on now. So much Shiren the Wanderer. How much more do they even... They're going to showcase on this. Oh yeah, they have some interviews and stuff. Got some swag. I'm just trying to remember what some of these videos even had on them. I'm sure this is like a dev interview of some sort. Street Fighter 2 versus Mortal Kombat. That would be a little bit closer, I think. All right, team. I'm gonna let you all go for now. Getting a little sleepy because I had a big day. But I hope you enjoyed some of this stuff. I have lots more of it. If you guys want to see it, let me know in the comments or on Discord or Twitter or whatever if you want to see more of this type of content. Because, again, it's relatively easy to put together. I have so much of it. I just haven't put it on, like, YouTube yet. So I just congregate it, make sure there's no nudity, because there tends to be a lot of it in some of these Japanese gaming magazines. And then, present it and be silly with you guys as I drink. So would love to do more of it. If you're interested, let me know, one way or the other via our socials or whatever. And, I really appreciate all of you guys coming out tonight to hang out. I really do. And again, it's been like a year or more since I've done a live stream. Mostly because YouTube was punishing us for streaming. But I don't know. I might be to the point where I don't care quite as much if they do punish us. I suppose that's okay. We met our 100,000 goal, and now I just kind of want to, kind of enjoy myself and not be a slave to their algorithm. But yeah, second channel for streams, maybe that's a good idea. I have so much going on. I have a full-time job, 2 kids, Hard4Games. I don't know. I might, maybe. If you want a streaming side story, Hard4Games Gaiden, if you will, I would definitely check out John's Twitch channel, which is John's Ashes on Twitch. So he has some good stuff, and also sometimes when we do like prototype content and such, he'll we'll have to do we'll have to play the games first before we talk about them on camera. We have to have some familiarity, right? John has a Discord as well. So he'll often take the prototypes that we're working on, take the dumps, and stream them before the Hard4Games video, because he needs to get familiar with them anyways before he shoots with us. And it's sort of like a little sneak peek as to what sort of stuff we've dumped recently, what we're messing around with, that kind of stuff. So definitely check him out. It's John's Ashes on Twitch. And, if you haven't already, if you're new to Hard4Games, subscribe, join us on Discord, all that good stuff. Really do appreciate all you guys coming out tonight and, you know, participating in all the silly polls. So, anyways, guys, thank you all again. Really do appreciate it. Hope you all have a good night.